screaming now. Come on, fucker. Reconnect. Ouch. Good. And then music. Cue the music. Hi, I'm Lehel. I know that. Anyway, what are we talking about today in our journaling? Uh, kind of meta, meta content. Because I'm deciding. I was thinking about like, what do I want for my goal today? Like, I have a lot of good ideas that I want to catalog for. And then I thought I wanted to. Why do I want to record them? What's the purpose of? What is actually the purpose of your? And then I thought important things that I want to remember or to share, um, to work on, to improve, scientifically to gather data on myself, to see what what factors lead to what outcomes and how I can manipulate those variables to maximize my well-being and optimally reach my goals in the shortest amount of time, the greatest amount of yield. And I was thinking a lot about psychology rooted in biology and using my education to unriddle myself. And today, my purpose was to focus on working again on my self-esteem, revamping that, because I realized I needed a tune-up, and at the same time, I wanted to review the work I did on improving my self-esteem, the tools that I used, and then through going through the work again, developing an app and developing a product, a tech product, an AI therapist or whatnot, to deliver this amazing, one of the most beneficial psychological what's the term I'm looking for? Skills, benefits, things you can have for yourself of enormous utility, and I mean, it's like one of the foundations of optimal psychological health, and cornerstone of like how to be happy and how to reach your so many things. And if I could package that like they've done with mindfulness and all that other stuff, we're a really good product that helps you to hone that, to heal that, to build your self-esteem. I would have not only a great product that would be very lucrative to market very successful financially, but on a humanitarian, spiritual, philanthropic level, on a level of self-actualization and doing something to benefit mankind, I think that would be my magnum opus, because true joy has come from, for me, was when I have overcome suffering through whatever means I did. Now, a lot of it was help and help from others, and then learning with that how to help myself even better using this guy on with the education that I gained, more help from others, and then more this guy, and then teaching others to do this for themselves. Because like once you have well-being, once you have peace, once you have met your needs, it frees you up to not be needy and focus on other people's needs and caring for and helping others, and for some really being able to engage in that awesome experience of empathizing with someone who is struggling, suffering from something, or just dealing with a hardship that you had dealt with, and then being able to teach that man to fish as well, so that they're not hungry. And it's a beautiful thing. So self-esteem is one of those things, and I've needed a reboot on that because I've been through hell, through things that experiences of abuse and mistreatment, trauma, facing horrible circumstances, like not having anybody, being homeless, being abandoned, um, being having a family member trying to destroy my life, smear me, stalk me, while the other one, my partner, was using me, and then swing stick, with nowhere to go and no income. While I had threats of being killed, of a hit on me, and having everyone ghost me on Facebook, and pretty much having to deal with why why there's homelessness when I'm a college graduate software engineer, and I was disabled, and I couldn't get income. I couldn't get any disability income. I didn't have a car because my brother made sure I didn't have a car after it got towed, and it was my dad's name, and he was isolating my parents from the county. So I'm not going to go into that whole story, but because that's part of my whole PTSD thing, is reliving an awful traumatic experience that I couldn't escape from. But I digress. When you have enough people when you live enough to where you have no love, and you are persecuted, and you are forced to live with, forced to live in and do demoralizing things just for a place to sleep at night. This is survive. no matter how high my self-esteem was, there's nothing not that resilient. I mean, I got through that, and I'm now where I am now, but there's no one. It's impossible virtually to not be affected to that, to like be treated like you're absolute scum of shit, and you're not worth, anyone helping, you're, and not letting that affect whatever good positive self-talk you have for yourself. Because as I was reflecting on it, in the current model of psychology and social sciences, and really any kind of modernist theory dealing with groups of anything of biology. There's it's done in the context of what's called systems theory, and so I was reframing how I could operationalize self-esteem, what it actually is, what is actually going on, and how self-esteem relates to esteem, the need that we have, what is actually going on, and how can we give that to us? Because I had this profound sojourn psychologically to where I returned back to that powerful self-actualized mentality that I had years ago of having a good self-love and relationship with myself, and talking to myself with compassion, and being all there for myself. And I haven't been that way in quite a while. Anyway, so I digress. I wanted to review all these things, these ideas, and how I got back to that mentality, and how I could coach others to get that powerful um, ability to uh, feel good and strong about yourself. I was looking at myself as I am like the person I love the most. I am custodian over myself as and the most important person to myself, and I'm going to help myself. I'm going to bring all of my compassion, my empathy, my genius, and my everything, creativity, and love for helping others, psychology to myself, to heal myself, to be the best psychotherapist for myself. And I think that's one of the greatest fortunes that I've had in my life is the fact that I love psychology. And as I got therapy and treatment from psychiatrists and such, I was constantly curious and constantly learning and asking questions and getting to the point where I was learning about the forefront of psychology and actually theorizing about things that have not been defined yet, and really just kind of like, and then also like discovering things that were already probably state of the art, or leading treatment and understanding in psychology, figuring out myself, coming to those conclusions, because of what I many times throughout my youth, I would be sitting there in a park meditating, writing. Just I was very into myself, but yeah, it's a fortunate thing because I was just wanted to figure myself out, wanted to understand everything, and so I was like my own patient, pretty much, and I would when I had therapy during periods of like depression and um, you know, the dysfunction that I had that I needed help, I would actually like I get to the point where I was like using my therapist to like help me to be my own therapist, and because I would like they would say, okay, do this and this and this, and they expect they're used to people who are like taking a little bit at a time to coach them into um, doing these assignments, this homework in between their 1 hour therapy session. Now I'm like, I want to have an hour of therapy session at least once a day, and then I'd be like journaling and end up like researching and helping myself way more than So I just use the therapist as a kind of catalyst to catapult myself into helping myself even further. And so this is all my background, and now I'm like a technologist, and I'm an inventor, and I develop AI, and I try to utilize that to fulfill myself through my needs of self-actualization, needs of purpose, and at the same time be of um, facilitate my ability to trade and grow in this market capitalist culture to gain as much money and power and prestige and esteem as I can, as that is the ambitious drive inside of me, and within the context of the society I live in. So, come on. Getting back to the science, I had decided, okay, how can I best work on the stuff that I'm like, I gotta be journaling, I gotta be recording my ideas. Okay, talking to myself, I'm thinking all these great ideas. They're just gonna fade away if I don't record them. So I'm a junkie with notes. Like I have my notes on apps. I have like all these like notes of recording notes of my app ideas, and tech ideas, psychological theories, and this and that. Um, so while I'm going in this state where I'm just kind of like it's a revelational state, I'm like, okay, well, I want to definitely develop this. So I'm thinking, how can I record this best? Well, I'm like, I need to definitely take notes. I need to definitely probably create my own note-taking, app where I can easily access things by categorical labels of the topics and be able to refer to them later. That my mind wants to come up with a lot of creative solutions to solutions. So I'm like, but I have other things like I wouldn't mind. I could do a voice recording of me talking of my ideas that I'd like to develop and I'll share with others as well, just help them and can collaborate and contribute to be able to improve all our lives, shows knowledge. At the same time, it's not just about sharing knowledge and pursuits of truth. It's also our needs to be successful and be known. And sorry, Papa. Yeah, and in this day and age, it's all about monetizing um, content and getting your face on social media and and selling shit to people and trying to make it the biggest buck you can, right? So if I could do all those things, and then at the same time, I'm like, well, I also have a little bit of a vanity, and I wouldn't mind not just recording myself vocally, but I want to see myself. If I want to go record a journal with myself with my notes, and I want to be able to, see myself at this age and whatever, reminisce and I think so, or for posterity, for children. And at the same time, so I thought it'd be good to record myself and for those to reach those goals, uh, and then at the same time, I'm like, okay, well, what else can I do? I'm like, I can live stream. That's the hit way to earn a living, I guess, so to speak. And so yeah, I like to be in front of the camera and stream to others. So I'm journaling, recording my notes, and I'm just doing all killing a lot of burns with Saintstone, multitasking. I figured, why not just make something that I can stream to that's recording everything, and then, later I can go through it. But I figured, why not just create an AI program to generate notes for me and decipher what the topics are, and then transpose all that into transcripts and knowledge database I can search through later. Right? Oh, Jesus Christ, people are crazy. You're 5 miles, and I'm driving a bit. So anyway, yeah. So Revelation time, and I'm going to take on my ideas and I'm going to share them, develop, and do it through the highest record the highest amount of data from while streaming, and yeah, that is that's my mission. So that is the whole purpose of this stream, to record, to journal, and pontificate, and to view my ideas, share information, my revelations, and my goals and my insights, and diddly do. And that's it. And that's that. So I just wanted to get that home. Now, I feel like I'm talking, the problem is that when I'm streaming, my mindset, my demeanor, my psychology shifts into the role of talking to others, entertaining, having to narrate, and that's what I do. I haven't, but I need to change that because the purpose now is not so much watching the stream; it's really for myself to record a journal for the sake of recording, collating later, and utilizing all the ideas that I wanted to convey and record and develop. So, I have to. The whole purpose of this today was to record my revelations of my relationship to myself. This is all for myself. So I need to now talk to myself. And so my demeanor's going to change because golden thing that I want to preserve and to hone, to develop, to keep, and to grow. It's my relationship to myself. It's the most important person to should be for anybody. I believe that the ideal level of health and productivity and well-being one can have comes from when one person views themselves as the center of their world and the most important person in the world. And that's that, not in an egotistical way, but as a seeing themselves and having the love they have for that, the image of themselves, concept, because all we are really are concepts. The self, Lehel, is a concept. You are a concept. Every social unit is a concept. And in my understanding of computer science and psychology, I've learned that the model for what we are is a distributed algorithm. We're a distributed networking algorithm. We exist and we function as social units distributing information in order to achieve survival and reproduction and maximum fitness through the microcosm of survival and feeling good and minimizing pain and suffering. And that's how our psychology works. So, language, theoretically, the whole idea of our brains thinking of ourselves as things, as people, as one in a, and then being able to think of ourselves as one social identity amongst many in a tribe, in a group, in a society involved. This conceptualization. And then how one unit of this group is to relate, behave in relationship to others for the sole purpose of interacting and either taking from or giving to in order to survive ourselves. So yes, we are units of a distributed computing system. I don't know what you're saying, Google or Siri. I don't know where you want me to go. I'm still on some freeway. I can't turn left because I'm on a freeway, Mary. Where's the way? I can miss that. Apparently, I missed the exit. I was so deep in my turn lane now. So yes. So now I need to get back into that state where I'm not talking to my behavior and psychology is not focused on talking to somebody else. It's not going to be me being me. And how important that is. Self-talk. That relationship to me. Talking to myself as if I am my best friend, my lover, my child, my family member. my brother. My beloved, even more intimate than myself. Gonna do it, baby. Mm. Yeah, go to I must stay. There's some stizzy weed up there. Hi, puppy. Love you. Good, good, good. So yes, now to focus on what exactly I need to do today. My priorities. My priorities as far as projects, tasks. A little longer. All right. So phase one done. I'm not going to stream in silence. That's not the point. The point was two. I'm only going to stream when I have reason to stream. Reason to return. So journal one off. Start date November 12th, 2023. Supplemental.